MrMacRight presents his top 10 games released on iPad in 2022. For reference, all games have been played on an iPad Air 5th Gen. Number 10, we have Apex Legends Mobile. Apex Legends Mobile was built from the ground up for mobile in 2022 with Unreal Engine 4. The main reason it's quite high on this list is because I wish EA made the graphics closer to the PC version on iPad, which by today's standards have very powerful chips, and I wish they added mouse and keyboard support too. Otherwise, Apex Legends Mobile is really fun, and having controller support here is an added bonus. The game only supports up to 80 FPS on iPad Pro, while it supports up to 120 FPS on iPhone 13 and 14 Pro. EA told me this will be pushed up on iPad Pro in a future update. Apex Legends Mobile is not a demanding game either. It is supported on a wide range of iPads. Number 9 is Papers, Please. Papers, Please has you becoming an immigration inspector. Control the flow of people entering different locations. Among the crowds of immigrants and visitors looking for work are hidden smugglers, spies, and terrorists. I love the unique art style here, the dialogue interactions, and how you have to go into full detective mode. Use only the documents provided by travelers and make sure everything is accurate. It's very important that you use the Ministry of Admission's primitive inspect, search, and fingerprint systems to decide who can enter a location and who will be turned away or arrested. I think the game is best experienced on an iPad over iPhone. Playing it in portrait mode here makes it quite a unique experience over the PC version too, and the new multi-touch support makes for faster processing, and it's just really satisfying with the touchscreen controls. Papers, Please costs $4.99 USD. It is supported on a wide range of iPads. Number 8, we have A Memoir Blue. A Memoir Blue is an interactive poem about a superstar athlete and the all-encompassing love between mother and daughter. While the game is really short, at a little over 1 hour, it doesn't contain a single dull moment. It's a well-put-together emotional experience that you'd come to expect from Annapurna Interactive. The story presentation is so well done, and the touching story about a mother and child is really beautiful. Even though the game doesn't have official mouse and keyboard support, I strongly suggest playing with Apple's on-screen mouse cursor. This way it can match the PC version if you want to go that way. Now it does only target 30 FPS and lower graphical settings, but it is still quite a demanding game, so it's impressive that it's here. A Memoir Blue costs $3.99 USD. It is officially supported on an iPad with an A12 chip or later for decent performance. Number 7 is Monster Train. Monster Train is a deck-building roguelike battler. Build your clan, choose your cards, and execute your plan to take back hell. There are over 250 cards on offer, 5 monster clans. Each clan has 10 levels to unlock. You can upgrade your champions multiple times. You can challenge your friends to beat your score, and you can play in daily and custom challenges. For me, it's a fun little roguelite with good factions to mix and match, good looking characters, and deceptive strategic depth. It runs at 30 FPS by default. However, it supports a high frame rate mode, 60 FPS, found under Settings and Accessibility. Monster Train costs $9.99 USD. It offers a single in-app purchase of $3.99 USD for the Last Divinity DLC. It is supported on a wide range of iPads. Number 6, we have Spiritfarer. In Spiritfarer, you are a ferry master to the great beyond. Build a boat to explore the map, and then care for spirits before releasing them into the afterlife in this moving game. There is so much to do here. Meet, care for, and forge relationships with characters. Build, manage, and improve your own ferry. Farm, mine, fish, harvest, cook, weave, and craft. Run, jump, and glide your way through elegantly constructed platforming levels, and seek and gather resources. And there's a lot more. The game supports custom resolutions and graphical settings, and up to 120 FPS on iPad Pro. Spiritfarer is available on the App Store through a Netflix subscription. It might not look like it, but this is a pretty demanding game. Number 5 is Vampire Survivors. Ponkel brought Vampire Survivors to the App Store in 2022. What? It's true, really, it's actually true. Even better, it's completely free. Like, really, completely free. Vampire Survivors is an insanely popular 2D indie action game and has been a trend throughout all of 2022. Vampire Survivors is a roguelite time survival RPG with minimalistic gameplay. All you can do is survive as long as you can until death inevitably puts an end to your struggles. Gather gold in each run to buy upgrades and help the next survivor. While it's completely free on the App Store, there are opt-in video ads for rewards, but no other in-app purchases or forced ads of any kind are here. Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant. It also has full controller and keyboard support on iPad. Holy moly! Whoa! It is supported on a wide range of iPads. Number 4, we have Gunfire Reborn. Gunfire Reborn mixes in many different games from Doom, Borderlands, Dead Cells, or Hades to create a fantastic roguelike plus FPS adventure. You can control different heroes, all with unique abilities. As you explore, stages use randomly dropped weapons to fight back the opposing force. The game supports solo mode and multiplayer mode with up to 4 players, which is excellent. It does have controller support, but it's partial. It doesn't work for all menu interaction. If you don't have a controller, don't worry. The touch UI is excellent and auto-aim has been added here, and it really helps if you're playing on the touchscreen. Gunfire Reborn costs $6.99 USD. It is best played on an iPad with an A10 chip or later for the best performance. Number 3 is Into the Breach. In 2022, Subset Games and Netflix surprised mobile gamers with a port of this turn-based strategy game. Control powerful mechs from the future to defeat an alien threat. Each attempt to save the world presents a new, randomly generated challenge in this turn-based strategy game. I much prefer to play this game on an iPad over iPhone. Controlling the mechs and making decisions on the touchscreen is much easier on an iPad due to the bigger screen on offer. If you're not into playing it with the touch controls, the game also has full controller support. It even runs at 60 FPS on every iPad and 120 FPS on iPad Pro. Awesome! Into the Breach is available on the App Store through a Netflix subscription. It is supported on the following iPads. Number 2, we have Wreckfest. Wreckfest is a demolition derby themed racing game with soft body damage modeling, sophisticated driving dynamics, and in-depth vehicle upgrading featuring both demolition derbies and more traditional track races. Wreckfest is a game that I always thought would be a good fit on mobile, especially since it was ported to Switch recently. The original release on PS4 and Xbox One was a good-looking title, but it wasn't an ambitious one at that, except outside of its incredible card damage system. Holy moly, is it awesome. One cool thing to mention as well is that unlike the Switch port, Wreckfest on iPad can run at 60 FPS on most new devices, 120 FPS support to iPad Pro as well. The game also has controller support with rumble vibration. Cool. Wreckfest costs $8.99 USD. It is best played on an iPad with an A12 chip or later for the best performance. Number 1, we have Total War Medieval 2. Here is my favorite iPad game of 2022, Total War Medieval 2, by the one and only Feral Interactive. With a compelling mix of massive real-time battles and sophisticated turn-based strategy, this is the complete Total War desktop classic brought to iPad without compromise. It runs at the highest settings on new iPads, has full mouse and keyboard support, and runs at 60 FPS on new iPads. In addition, the game uses a new and refined user interface and intuitive touch controls to make it as comfortable as possible here. In many ways, I prefer playing it on iPad than PC, which is a weird sentence to say. Total War Medieval 2 costs $14.99 USD. It contains one in-app purchase of $6.99 for the Kingdoms Expansion DLC. Medieval 2 is supported on the following iPads. Here are some bonus games. Tower of Fantasy almost made it onto this list. Almost. I just couldn't fit it in. It is a free gacha game, where players can experience an anime-inspired, post-apocalyptic, sci-fi art style, free-form character development, and pretty decent combat through fun battles and vast open-world exploration. It also supports up to 120 FPS on iPad Pro, and has controller support, and mouse and keyboard support. Descenders is extreme downhill freeriding for the modern era, with procedurally generated worlds and where mistakes have real consequences. The game also has controller support with rumble vibration. Black Powder Red Earth is a criminally underrated minute-to-minute turn-based tactics game set in a proxy war between the dictatorship of a failing petro-state and a brutal insurgency. Streets of Rage 4 takes forward the Streets of Rage legacy in this retro beat-em-up with hand-drawn, comic-inspired graphics and updated mechanics. ScourgeBringer is a fast-paced, free-moving roguelite platformer. Help Kira to explore the unknown and slash her way through ancient machines guarding the seal of her past and maybe the redemption of humanity. So, what do you think of these new iPad games from 2022? Are you impressed or disappointed with my list? I tried my hardest to focus mostly on premium games for this video, as the App Store is cluttered with free-to-play garbage. I hope next year we can see more AAA games or high-end games that push the GPU power of new iPads. No Man's Sky was supposed to release an iPad this year. Where are you? But it must have been delayed until next year sometime. iPads are capable of so much more, especially when it comes to gaming. Anyway, leave a like to show your support, and subscribe and turn on notifications to stay up to date with everything Apple gaming related. My name's Stewie, and thanks for watching.